Literally just got laid off from my job.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we're talking about companies are laying off thousands of workers without warning. So everyone, like, we are not even safe at all. So I've put the stages together so that you watch. I'll be back, share my true sense.
Literally just got laid off from my job and I am in shambles about it, honey. We literally just bought a new car a week ago and it's like, child, we just went from having no car note to now having a car note, but me also not having a job anymore. And I'm sorry, y'all, if this video is all over the place, but like, I just feel like I'm still trying to get my thoughts in order. Everything just happened so fast, so I feel like I haven't fully processed it yet, but I know right now, like, my immediate feelings are scared, anxious, stressed out, like apprehensive, whatever the synonyms are in Google. I feel all of those ways. Like, we definitely need both incomes to make things shake, honey. And I really hope that I find another job soon, because I just really feel like there's no way that Jehovah would have blessed us with this new car, because y'all seen, if you've watched, you know that us trying to find a car that we got was an entire journey, child. Like, it was a time. So there's no way that he would have blessed us with this car knowing that I ain't gonna have no way to be able to pay this car note, or that paying the car note will put us under a financial hardship. So I really do hope that I find another job soon. I do think that I will, because I have transferable skills that, you know, will go for a variety of positions, and I'm really good at my job. Like, when I'm at work, child, I'm turned on. Like, I'm gonna do whatever it is the people want me to do, because listen, I need my check every week, every 2 weeks, however often y'all want to pay me. So I don't do anything that's gonna jeopardize me getting coins coming in freely. So I really hope that I find another job soon. And I can be honest in saying that we didn't do the best job of saving money. Like, we pay all of our bills on time, and we paid all of our credit cards off except for one, which kind of has like a highish balance right now. But other than that, child, we was just out here living life and wilding out, acting a complete fool in these streets. Like, it literally reminds me of that video on TikTok where the person was like, everybody thinks I have all this money, but the gag is that I'm irresponsible. And I just feel like, put me and Tommy Face up next to that video, because that is definitely us, child.
So picture this. I walk into work like it's another normal day. Nope. I get called into the office for a casual chat. And you know what they tell me? They tell me, I'm sorry, but we're letting you go. Oh, it gets better. Then they ask me if I can come in next week to train my replacement. Like, are you kidding me? It's like getting broken up with, and then they ask you to like set them up with a hotter friend. Like, oh my God, this job is actually insane. Fortunately, Indy is already finding me something new.
I just got laid off. As you can see, I was not really prepared. They sent us a last-minute meeting invite last night at 7 p.m. and the meeting was 10:30 a.m. and I didn't know about it, obviously, because it was 7 p.m. I was logged off of my work computer, and I logged in this morning and my whole department just got laid off. Update, they ended up just calling us all individually and telling us that our employment is being terminated. God damn, I washed my hair and I've been so stressed I didn't even end up doing anything with it. I officially lose access to everything on my work computer in 10 minutes and I just don't have a job now, I guess. I'm also not even at home. I had to fly to my hometown to deal with a family emergency. As you can tell, my skin looks atrocious because I've been stressed as hell for the past like 3 weeks. And now this, so. Life is really testing me right now. Oh, when it rains, it pours. And I'm done, I guess.
Hey, you guys. So, I know it ain't none of y'all business, as my daughter would say, but I got fired. Now, those who want to know why I got fired is because the people complain. They complain about where you put their packages if they told you to put it on the back porch, or please bring it to my apartment inside of a big, huge apartment complex. Do not put it on the inside of the office. Do not put it on the table in the office. You need to bring it to my apartment. So I failed to do that for some places. So they complain, and I got fired. Too many complaints. And then if they ask me to put it in their backyard, if I put it on the wrong porch in their same yard, or put it in front of the yard instead of taking it up to their on the balcony or whatever, and put it not in front of the right door, they complain. So I got fired. I mean, I think it was a blessing that I received the job. It was definitely a blessing. And I got to do something as I was in the vans delivering the packages. I got to write songs. I would make up my own songs to encourage myself because it was a hard job. It was very taxing on my body, and it was very painful, and I just needed something to encourage myself. So I would write me little songs. And I thought that I would never be able to write a song. So while I was doing that job, I was able to write a couple of songs. So I may post a couple of them. I have already posted one. And these are the songs that came to my heart as I was driving. And sometimes some of the songs made me cry. Some of them made me laugh. Some of them made me dance. Some of them made me put me in worship. It gave me energy. It gave me peace. And they say seek God for all that you need. So I was seeking God every time I was in that van because I needed the strength to make it through the day. And I was like, after I made it through the day, I was like, I made it. So that is the end of that part of my life. And it's cool. I had a great experience. I've learned some things, even using the navigation system. I've done better with that. Falling asleep. I didn't fall asleep. I didn't get sleepy. I mean, it was a great experience. Very taxing and very hard. But I made it through it. And now it's time for a new journey. And y'all pray for me. And that I stay happy and joyful and sing those songs that God gave me as I was on that ride at Amazon. And as always, y'all have a blessed and marvelous and wonderful and spectacular and amazing day. Bye bye.
So I've just lost my job. I just had a meltdown all the way. I don't know why I'm smiling because it was really not funny. Essentially, I lost my job because someone in the company was speaking to me like rubbish. My energy changed and I wasn't as bubbly and, smiley as I was at the start. Bearing in mind, I've never been rude to any team members, customers or member of staff that works there ever. But apparently my aura had changed. This staff member was one of the manager's her son. So every single team member that works there could never confront her about it because she would enable this person's behaviour. Another reason I was let go is because I have an undiagnosed sleeping condition, which, bear in mind, has never ever impacted my work. I've never failed to sleep there. I haven't been diagnosed with it. I've done nothing but show up to the job, do my job, didn't do nothing wrong, and hand on heart, I gave my all when I was working there. So it's an unfair dismissal. I don't know why I'm making this TikTok. I just needed to rant because honestly, I have 2 children. I have a wedding to pay for. And it's coming up to Christmas. And my son's birthday is 2 weeks before Christmas. The joys of life. Guys, I turned 30 a few weeks ago. When you're just like, what is life? What is life? For a long time, I've wanted to be self-employed because I genuinely don't like working in places where people speak down to people. It's not okay. The worst thing about it is I've been dismissed. So me trying to get a new job now looks bad. It looks like I'm the one that's done something really bad to be dismissed when I haven't. I wasn't even going to I'm going to share it. I don't even care. I'm going to share this. I wasn't going to share it on TikTok because I thought, why am I airing out my business and just about the workplace? But you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. I have one life. I'm so done.
While I have you here, I did want to let you know that HR, upper management, and I have all came to the conclusion that we will be letting you go. Your last day will be this Friday.
Wait, letting me go? That came literally out of the blue. Why am I being let go?
I'm honestly shocked that you're surprised, but you missed all of work last week. You didn't communicate with anyone where you were, why you were gone. You had assignments that were due. Where were you?
I told management that I had surgery last week and I needed recovery time, so I got PTO approved. Did nobody remember that?
Who did you speak to? Because you didn't tell me. And what surgery did you have?
I told you in a meeting and I emailed you the transcript from the summary app of our meeting notes.
What surgery did you have?
I don't really feel comfortable telling you that.
I understand, but you were using time off and didn't get it approved, so I feel like you're lying to me.
No, I have the transcript on the summary app and I showed it to you, that you approved me, and it's a violation of HIPAA laws to disclose that kind of information. Especially at work.
Okay, well, you sound very defensive right now, and that decision's already been made. I was just letting you know.
A lot of people are getting laid off in San Francisco, the Bay Area, across the world. It is a hard time right now. One of the things that my dad used to tell me is work should not always be your identity. It shouldn't be your entire life. It's important to have hobbies and interests, friends, and things that will keep you sane when something like this happens. Because, you know, when suddenly you get let go, your whole world just kind of shatters. So I think it's really important to make sure that you do have a balanced life in some aspects. Just know that all these layoffs, it's not because of you, it's because these corporations are greedy and they find that laying off people helps with their business needs. Unfortunately, you can see a lot of them actually rehiring other people at lower market salaries. It is honestly really important for people to understand that work is just work sometimes. Maybe the job is over, but that doesn't mean you can't pivot or find another industry. I think the most important thing right now is continuing to up-leveling. How do you stay relevant in this industry? Or maybe do you want to switch to a different industry? Or maybe do you want to do a career pivot? A lot of things are uncertain right now, but the thing that is certain is that you can control your environment. You honestly are the CEO of your life. I think that's really something I had to learn over the couple of years. I'm like, no opportunity is just gonna get handed to me. You're just gonna have to create it yourself. Hope everyone's doing okay out there though. It is a pretty weird time right now.
18 months ago today, I was laid off my $200,000 a year job as a product enablement manager at PayPal. And I can't hold you, for the past 6 months, it's been a little demoralizing trying to get a job again. But there are a couple things that I feel like are helping me right now increase my interview response rate. And I do feel like I'm getting closer to the offer stage. And hopefully one of the jobs I recently interviewed for will actually turn into an offer. One, I am hitting up everyone I used to work with. Old bosses, old colleagues, pretty much letting everyone know what I'm looking for and how they can help me. The second thing is I really realized I had to get better at telling my story, right? When you've been out of the job market for a long time, sometimes you don't realize that you're a little rusty when it comes to explaining yourself. So I've been practicing, but also just recording myself when I interview so I can improve for the future. And the third thing is also diversifying where I apply, not just relying on LinkedIn to apply. I hope this helps though.
So the worst part for me is the fact that not only did they let me go, but they offered me to stay working for them for 2 weeks or whatever, but I had to come positive because they were going to have somebody else working there to replace me, and they wanted me to train the person that was going to be coming in. Not only did y'all betray me, I done been at this office before it even had its first patient, before it even had the right products that it needed. Came in this office, found damn Henry Schein, ordered everything that was best fit for this office, came with ideas, marketing, was making flyers for this company, making business cards, going to parades, going to fucking apartment complexes and putting door hangers everywhere. Like, I was doing the absolute most for this damn company, and this is like a slap in the face. Not only did you let me go, but you're gonna ask me to train somebody else. You're gonna talk about how good my dental assistant skills are and how great of a person I am, but it's just not a great fit anymore because y'all want to silence me. Like, what kind of shit is that? But it's okay though, because in the end, I'm gonna win. In the end, I'm gonna win. Doing sneaky stuff behind people's back, you will never prevail.
Let's do my lashes while I tell you why I got fired. I'm using the Falscara glue and the Falscara overnighter, and I just got these new You Cool Me lash clusters that are their secret ones. We're gonna try them out. So for those of you that don't know, I went to school for journalism. I got a journalism degree, and then I ended up going into logistics literally right after college, and then obviously popped off on social media, and then I did social media for about like a year and a half, full time, mind you. And honestly, I was doing great and I loved it, but I started to get a little bit scared because I was like in between being successful on social media and in between like getting past the gap year with the corporate world. And with the TikTok ban like looming, I was like, what if TikTok disappears and then I have nothing, like no backup plan or anything? And when I first started off on social media, I was doing my corporate 9 to 5 and social media at the same time, and it was pretty doable. So I thought, period, I could do the same. I went back to logistics, got my corporate 9 to 5 again, and I started to do both. This time around, it was not as easy. I fell behind on a lot of my postings. I honestly struggled with the idea if I made the right choice. Don't get me wrong, I loved my 9 to 5. It was a phenomenal job. At the same time, my heart just like wasn't in it. It became very evident that I had to make a choice on if I wanted to keep my 9 to 5 and give up social media, or do social media full time and give up my 9 to 5. Time really is money. It's not to say that you can't do both. You most definitely can. But I just wouldn't be able to invest as much time as I wanted to in social media. So back to why did I get fired? I think it became very clearly evident that my heart and passion was not in the job. And I think my manager very quickly realized that. Also, it didn't help that every single time I would show up to the office, I just felt like I didn't belong there. I'm a big believer in energy. I feel like I radiated, I did not want to be their energy. But I will say, without my knowledge, they got together and decided that I should no longer be working there without telling me. But I also believe whatever's not meant for you will leave you, and whatever's meant for you will find you. And I feel like that job just wasn't meant for me. So they basically chalked it up to me like just not doing enough at my job, which is fine, whatever. I feel like it was for a couple other reasons, but I won't get into that. This is also your sign that if you've gotten fired, it's not that big of a deal, girl. It happens to everybody. Life is life. Your life isn't your job. You know what I mean? Like, there are some people out there that they make their life their job. I'm not one of those people. A job is a job. That doesn't mean don't do jack shit at your job and get fired. I'm just saying that if you do get fired, it's not the end of the world. There are people out here fighting cancer. There are people out here that lost limbs. There are people out here that don't have running water. Losing your job isn't the end of the world, babe. A job's a job, and we'll find another one. I know the job market is trash too right now, which is another reason why it's like, damn, bitch, it's International Women's Day like on Saturday and you fired a woman, one of the only women on your team. That's neither here nor there. It's fine, love. We'll be okay. And if you feel embarrassed that you got fired, just know I got fired too, love. Here's the lashes. Have a good day.
That's a video, so I'm just here just to add on like what I think about today's video. So we're talking about companies are laying off thousands of workers without warning. No one is safe at all. Brother, sister, this is one of the hardest conversation happening right now, because what we are seeing across the world is something we have never seen at this scale. People are waking up to emails telling them their job is gone. Entire departments are being shut down overnight. Workers have given years of loyalty are being told that their job is up with no explanation. And the scariest part of this feeling is that absolutely no one is safe. It doesn't matter whether you work in tech, retail, banking, manufacturing, hospitals, social work, or anything in between. Companies are cutting people off like they are trimming grass, and they're doing it with no warning and no respect. We grow up being told that if you work hard, stay loyal, and show up every day, the company will take care of you. But today, reality is different. Companies are protecting their profits, not their people. Many of them are making records, earnings, yet they're still choosing to lay off thousands because shareholders want higher returns, because artificial intelligence is doing work faster, because executives want to reduce costs at the bottom while increasing bonuses at the top. And regular workers are paying the price for decisions they never had control over it. This sudden wave of layoff is not just destroying careers, it's destroying stability. Families are losing their homes because one email changed everything. Parents who were planning for their children's school fees suddenly have no idea how the next month will look like. People who were saving to move, to get married, to start a business, simply to live peaceful life, are being thrown into stress they do not ask for. You can feel the tension everywhere. Every workplace feels like you're walking on an eggshell. Nobody knows whose name is next on the list. The truth is that the working world has become unpredictable. That feeling that you can never trust your job to be there next month is disappearing. And it's painful because human beings need stability. We need security. We need to know that if we don't do everything right, everything won't just fall apart out of nowhere. But this is a new reality. It's showing us that companies do not see workers as people we live with lives. They see workers as numbers or a spreadsheet. When they want to cut costs, they cut workers. When they want to automate, they replace workers. When something goes wrong, workers take the fall, and there is rarely a warning, rarely compensation, and rarely accountability. When you see thousands of people getting laid off with no notice, it becomes clear that the world is shifting. We are entering a time where being prepared matters more than ever. People are starting to realize that relying on one job is dangerous. Having one income stream is risky. Depending on a boss who can fire you in one click is not enough. More people are turning to side hustles, online platforms, small businesses, and new skills because they want options, they want control, they want protection from their decision made behind closed doors. Another painful part is how companies pretend care. They talk about family team and valued staff, yet they fire that same team with massive emails. They hold motivation meeting one week, and the next week they send termination letters. It's shocking contradiction that leaves people questioning their worth. And when you lose a job, you depend on it. It affects your mental health. It creates anxiety, fear, hopeless, and embarrassment, even though none of this is your fault. You did not fall for this. So the system did. This is why people need to start building their personal foundation. Whether it's learning new skills, saving whatever small amount as possible, setting up an online income, or starting project that you control. You cannot put your entire life in the hands of a company. You need your own plan. The world is changing fast, and the people who survive these sudden shifts are the ones who are prepared. Not perfect, not worthy, just prepared enough to not collapse when unexpected happens. We are living in a time where workers have to open their eyes. You cannot stay in a workplace thinking, I've been here long enough. They won't fire me. You cannot assume loyalty will save you. You cannot assume performance will protect you. Many people being laid off were sta- star employees. Some were managers, some had never missed a day, and still companies remove them without even looking back. So this commentary is not to create fear, it's to create awareness, because the only way to reduce the impact of these layoffs is by being mentally and financially ready for anything. Build something that belongs to you. Build skills that nobody can take away from you. Build confidence that even for your job disappear, you won't disappear with it. The world is shifting. Companies are changing, technology is advancing, and unfortunately, job security is becoming a myth. But there is something powerful in facing this reality early. When you know no one is safe, you start making choices that protect you. You start planning smarter. You start giving your future the priority you deserve. You start making moves now instead of waiting for a company to decide your fate. So that's a video for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next episodes. Bye.